What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 stocks in this video. So please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into AMD, which is down close to 1%, but end of the day it's still holding 118 as a support. Now yes, AMD stock trading below white line 20 SMA, which is sitting at 120, and that is not looking good in the short term. But also if you look at right here, guys, 118 so far, it's been holding as a support for the last maybe 2 weeks or even more. So that's going to be key level to watch. Plus the stock was running way too high in a quick time, and now it's getting a pullback, and that does not mean that AMD stock will crash and go down even more. This is not it. So AMD stock, definitely this is a healthy pullback, but also keep that in mind. 118 gives up. That opens the door to this gap down here, 109, aligned with this lower Bollinger Band. So that's going to be a level to watch below 118. To the upside, now AMD stock needs to break 120, 122, and as you can see on my screen, AMD got closer to 122 today, got rejected by this 13 SMA. So then needs to break 120, 122, and if this stock can actually break 123 also, blue line 5 SMA, which is not positively sloped anymore, then we could see a move back up to 125 to even 130 on AMD. So this could be a nice healthy dip buying opportunity right here on AMD stock, but the support needs to hold, which is 118. Above 120, 122, and then blue line 5 SMA 123, definitely AMD heading higher back up to 125 to even 130, and the Bollinger Band expanded all the way up to almost 133. So keep that in mind on AMD. And this is exactly why I warned you guys not to short Nvda, especially if you're going short term on weekly puts. And look at this insane move once again, up 2.61%, and I would not be surprised tomorrow if we get something like this on AMD. Now on Nvda, it can move higher, and now today, I mean, look at this, guys, insane move, almost 440, a new 52-week high and also a new all-time high on Nvda, and the door still open to the upside. This thing can move higher all the way up to 460 to even 462. Now on a pullback, and even today, and that is why you gotta follow the price action and you gotta follow these moving averages right here on this daily chart. I mean, look at this, it cannot get any better. 426, what do you see here on my screen? Blue line 5 SMA on this daily chart sitting at 426. Stock came exactly down here, 426.74, and then the dip buyers were ready to buy the dip off of this 5 SMA on this daily chart and pushing the price higher to a brand new all-time high on Nvda. So the door to the upside is still open. This thing can continue all the way up to 460. To the downside, watch out for the support, 426, 420, and if that gives up, down here at 400, and then the gap down here at 395. On Netflix, it's up 0.63%, got up to 440 and got rejected by this blue line 5 SMA sitting close to 438, and now trading at 430, 470 at the closing. So on Netflix, we have strong support down here, 425. This gap will get closed, and Netflix will find strong support down here at 425, and below that down here at 419, 13 SMA, before coming down and closing this gap at 409.54. To the upside, Netflix can break 437.70, then we could see another leg up, back up to 450, and then watch out, guys, even 460 possible on Netflix. Upper Bollinger Band expanded all the way up to almost 460, so that could be the next move on Netflix above 437.70. So some people were asking about Adobe stock, why I don't cover Adobe with 9 other stocks that I cover pretty much 5-6 days a week. The video is gonna get longer and longer, so that is why I'm not covering Adobe. And I do so many stocks already, yes, I can make a video here and there just alone Adobe, but just putting in with 9 stocks that I'm already covering, the video is gonna get longer. And I just wanted to make it short and simple video. I don't want to go 30-45 minutes talking about a whole bunch of stocks. I want to keep it simple, and that is why the levels work, because I pay attention to all the stocks that I cover all the time, and I know even if I'm not looking at the chart, I know where things are going. So I want to keep it that way, simple and short, and not drag these videos longer like other people do, 40-45 1-hour video just for YouTube money. And be honest with you guys, the subscribers, that is all I have. YouTube does not pay nothing, absolutely nothing. Since I started the channel and I got monetized, I think I got like not even $3,000 in total in 2 years. So, and it's still sitting in my bank. I don't even touch it. I'm not somebody who's living on YouTube money. These videos are coming out to help people. Now, people that are on my Patreon, yes, those are actually real help. And people that are appreciating my videos, they join Patreon, and that is something, they also get 3 days of live trading and all the help I can, give them in my Discord. I do that. But, just going and covering a whole bunch of stocks and just, talking all day, 40-50 minutes. And I know some people, they make videos minimum 45 minutes. Well, I'm not in for that. This is gonna be simple, just to give you guys a heads up what's coming next day and where things can go, and I want to keep it that way. I do not want to drag this video longer to 45-50 minutes to an hour just to include another 1 or 2 stocks. Now, before it was only 6 big companies, and then I added, of course, AMD, Nvda, because I was making separate videos on AMD and Nvda, and then I also added Netflix. So that is it. But I'm covering Adobe here for the first time, but the stock is overbought. So Adobe here, yes, this thing can move higher, but look at this, guys. It's extremely overbought. I think RSI on the daily chart is at 75, so no point of buying this stock right here, 75. And I think even weekly overbought. So Adobe right here, definitely not at a buy zone. We also got this gap down today. Where was it? Friday, 495. We opened at 485 today, got up to 492, but the gap is still open close to 495. So there could be some upside in the short term, but if anything, and if there is a dip on Adobe, I would say wait for this gap down here, 440.63, align with this white line, 20 SMA, and that would be a dip buy on Adobe. Now, yes, a lot of stocks are gapping up and going. This thing might not come here anytime soon. So in that case, right here, 486. So far, it's still hanging in there around this blue line 5 SMA, and we got a doji indecision candle today on Adobe. So watch out. This could lead to a sell-off down here or a breakout above, especially if it breaks 492. This thing can move higher, back up to not only 500. Again, we could see 540 on Adobe to the upside above 492. But also watch this support down here, 485, 486 right here. Blue line 5 SMA, and if that gives up, down here, 457, orange line, 13 SMA, and then the gap at 440. Until then, guys, Adobe, watch tomorrow. If this thing actually sells off, then could open up a lot more opportunities in the market, especially for the dip buyers. But as of right now, if this thing actually breaks 492, it's heading higher, but I would not suggest chasing this stock at this moment. Yes, it sold off today, down 1.88%, but on low volume. So that means what? The support can hold right here and break 492. It's heading higher. It's going to close the gap at 495, and then possibly the next big resistance right up here, 540. So watch out for that on Adobe. Now quickly, I also want to cover Intel here in this video, and that is just one day. Tomorrow is going to be the same thing, 9 stocks in one video, not 11. So on Intel, it's down close to 4%. And why? The stock was getting overbought. RSI was at 72 right here, and now it's down to 63. So that is a healthy pullback. But if you look at my screen, it could be coming down here to that breakout point, which is $33 to $34. And if that holds, that's going to be a dip buy. We do have some more upside on Intel. Look at this gap, $39. So that could be the upside target. I mean, this thing got up to 37 today. So it was up actually and then sold off. And why? It was getting extremely overbought, trading above upper Bollinger Band. And now it's down to 35. So watch out. 35 is holding right here. Blue line 5 SMA into closing. And there is a strong support. And below that, watch out for this breakout retest right around $33 to $34. To the upside, the next target, definitely this gap, which is at $39, and that could be coming above $35 right here. Blue line 5 SMA on this daily chart. And now let's get back into my mega caps, which is Apple. An absolutely flat day on Apple stock, again holding that previous all-time high 185, which is extremely bullish. Apple just taking its time and not giving up anything. Today we saw a bit of a sell-off here on Apple, came down to 184.41, and that was it. Dip buyers were ready to buy the dip, and this thing went back up almost up to 187, 186.10. So Apple stock still holding above 185, no significant pullback. We saw a pullback on Microsoft back-to-back 2 days. Even today Microsoft was down, but not here, not in this case. Apple stock is still up, and that means one thing: Apple early as tomorrow we could see a move all the way up to 188.30. To the downside, 185, strong support, blue line 5 SMA, and if that gives up, 183, and then we also have support at 180. White line 20 SMA moved up, just like I said before, and now it's sitting close to just under 180. So 180 will be an absolute dip buy on Apple stock, but not to go long on it. Maybe a day trade or swing trade for a day or two, but not to go long here on the stock because it's still overbought and this thing is just moving higher. No significant pullback. Now below 180, things will get interesting on Apple stock. We could see more downside down to this gap, 176. But until then, guys, 185 holding. Just look at the upside, and this thing can move higher. 188, and the next target possibly even 190. On Amazon stock, it's up 0.23%, and Amazon still holding above 13 SMA on this daily chart, 125, and that is a key level, and also getting rejected around 126.29. So Amazon needs to hold 125, needs to break 126.29, and if that happens, Amazon definitely heading higher, back up to 130, and who knows, possibly up to that gap, 134. Below 125, watch out for the strong support, 120.50, white line 20 SMA, and then possibly down here at 114. On Google stock, it's down 0.17%, and just like I said before in my last video that something is about to happen here on Google stock. Google stock getting a Bollinger Band squeeze right here. We got upper Bollinger Band coming down and the lower one going up. So something is gotta give, something will break. I don't know if it's going to happen to the upside or to the downside. But far as right now, Google stock holding 123 again as a support, and you can see a lot of trading here in this range between 123. So 123, and also if you look at my screen, cannot get above. We got all these moving averages right here, close to 124, 125, sitting right here. So that needs to break. 125 can break and hold. We could see more upside, 127 and then 130. To the downside, 123, a key level, and below that, lower Bollinger Band, 121.47, and then if this thing actually rolls over, we could possibly see Google coming down here, 113.51 to close this gap all the way down here. On Microsoft, it's down 1.25%. So back to back 2 days, Microsoft selling off, and tomorrow this thing can run. So watch out. End of the day, it's holding 338 as a support. This breakout right here. So that's gonna be key level to watch. But below that, also have support at 334.23 and then 331 white line 20 SMA. To the upside, now Microsoft needs to get above 340 blue line 5 SMA, and if that happens, watch out for a move back up to 347 to even a new fresh all-time high 355. And now Tesla the beast, which is up 5.34%, and my calls on Tesla 2024 400 strike still up over 20,000, and also the shares that I got on this dip, it's up another 20,000. So in total, I'm up over $40,000 on Tesla, and this thing is still running, and that is a longer term swing trade on Tesla. So guys, if you guys watched that video I made on Sunday, and this is exactly what I said, that Tesla can actually break 262, and that holds as a support somehow, we're going to see Tesla going all the way up to 275. Even this morning, you know, I had some puts. I only made 20 bucks on Tesla by shorting it. I got out at 264. Soon as I got in, you know, I took my money and I ran because I do not want to short this stock. I know exactly what this stock will do and where this stock is heading, and I mentioned all that in my video. If you guys are watching that, you know, the next stop will be 300, and look at this move. Now it's up again, you know, almost 3.5%, 278. So 300 is not too far. And just a few days ago, I said that the next stop, and I know it sounds crazy, but Tesla as stock can definitely do that. So 300 definitely on the card. And now this thing is above 262. So on a pullback, that's gonna be a big level of support. But looks like it's heading up to 282, and then the next stop 300. On a pullback, definitely now align with this blue line 5 SMA 262. That's gonna be key level to watch. None of these gaps are getting filled anytime soon. Tesla, I think, heading up to 300, and then we could see a pullback just like we saw right here, a nice pullback, possibly down here, you know, close to 262 after hitting 300. So Tesla, if you're shorting, good luck with that. So on Meta, especially if you joined live this morning, I mentioned that if this thing gets down to 276, 277, that is where you want to buy the dip. And I know someone who did it, and especially myself, this was a good trade on Meta today. I did take, you know, 285 calls on Meta and sold out for a small profit, and that was the only good trade today. Market was really choppy today. I didn't do much today in the market, but Meta here, guys, and this is why you gotta follow the chart, and if it's working, you just gotta go with the chart. You cannot look at, you know, people saying crash is coming and all that, but look at this, 278 blue line 5 SMA moved up. It was actually close to 276 early in the morning, so the support was holding once again. And then what happened? If you caught this dip and you got a 20% stop, I mean, look at it right here, also got rejected so many times around this level 276, 275. So that is a key level, came down, retested, went back up, and now trading close to 285. So Meta here, guys, 290 definitely coming. Tomorrow, if there is a pullback, watch out for the support 278.37, 275 to 276 also right here, and then 270 to 60, 266.50 white line 20 SMA. I don't think we're going to see a pullback down here tomorrow, but Meta can definitely move higher all the way up to 290.